Now on CoastTV News.
It's back to the cold and breezy weather the next few days as an Arctic front has made its way through Delmarva. And a few snow showers are possible tonight. Otherwise, no big storms as we go through the next few days, staying pretty quiet. I'll have your full forecast details coming up.
Milton trash problem. We'll show you the scene around town as pickup was delayed due to last week's severe weather.
Route 1 wreck, what we've learned in the hours that followed the big crash in Lewis, leaving at least one person critically injured.
Milford cannabis call, the big decision made about recreational sale of weed and how the public played a role.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we continue with our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. It is Tuesday, January 14th, 2025.
Yeah, Paige, I think this is one of those days, if you like extra cold temperatures, you're going to love Tuesday, folks.
Yeah, definitely. Just really different from yesterday. Yesterday almost felt like a bit of a relief with the temperatures in the 40s. Today, don't know if we're necessarily seeing that. So to
I
explain,
actually did some shorts outside
Yeah?
and a quick run out to the curb.
Okay.
All right, TMI, sorry.
That's you.
That's me.
That could not be me, but we're going to bring in Bob right now. Bob, definitely no shorts today.
You know, I have to admit, I'm with Matt. I've done that too, run out with shorts and then like a puffy jacket. It's kind of a weird look. You know, the fashion police might be after you, but, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And the sun will be out today. I'll take cold with sunshine, but we're looking at chilly conditions this morning with clear skies, 31 in Rehoboth and Bethany Beach, 29 in Delmar and Seaford. Winds picking up from the northwest right now at around 5 to 15 miles per hour, but gusting close to 20 in Redden and at the beaches. So wind chill values for the most part in the 20s, and they'll be there really much of the day as we're looking at clear skies. That beautiful full wolf moon now setting in the western sky with the Arctic air continuing to plunge in from the north and west. As the front has moved offshore, we're looking at mainly clear skies, so that'll be the case today. But cold, mid-20s this morning. You see the clock moving on Futurecast, but temperatures really not moving up that much. Mid-20s, mid-morning by noon, right around 30 degrees. We'll be melting that snow in the sun as we go into the afternoon. Temperatures right around that freezing mark, but a lot of places not getting to the freezing mark, and anything that melts will refreeze this evening. Here's a bus stop forecast for the kiddos. Sky conditions good. Underfoot, a little slick still, so watch for that. Some slippery spots, cold and breezy. 26, feeling like teens and 20s. And then heading home, they're going to want to bundle up. It's going to be sunny but cold. A high of a temperature of 31, but feeling like 20s much of the day.
Okay, thank you, Bob. And while we've had a chance to shovel out and for some of that ice to melt after last week's snowstorm, several communities still dealing with the disruption of services like trash pickup.
CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live right now in Milton. Elisa, trash cans throughout that town are still overflowing.
Good morning, Matt and Paige. Yes, due to last week's severe weather, trash pickup was delayed throughout the town, and now as that snow slowly starts to melt, I emphasize slowly because as you can see, there's a lot of piles that look like they're not going anywhere. People have told us they are tired of seeing full trash cans like these hanging out throughout town. And now this was the scene throughout all of Milton as normal trash delay on Wednesday and Thursday was delayed due to severe road conditions. And with winds picking up, trash can easily blow out of the cans as well. We spoke with people in the Cannery Village development who say pickup is supposed to resume today and a second pickup could happen later this week. We spoke with Blue Hen Disposal who said it is letting people put out extra material if needed. And we spoke with someone who lives in Milton who is experiencing this problem firsthand, and we'll hear from them a little later on in the hour. Back to you.
Thank you, Elisa. Now, in addition to trash pickup, icy spots continue to be a challenge on our back roads. We're going to take a look at some of the conditions at Rehoboth Beach. This is one of the main roads there off of Coastal Highway. Goes right into the city with that split. And you can see the snow in the medians and some of the areas that aren't actually road. Paige, what do you have in Ocean City?
Let's check it out. We're going to take a look from high above Coastal Highway there in Ocean City. Same deal, nothing to be really worried about. Roads look pretty good there, at least in that area. Snow on the side of the road, so, you know, just don't drive on the side of the road and you should be all right to go. This has been, of course, about 8 days since we were walloped by that storm. I bet that snow takes a little while longer to melt. Happening today, Delaware State Police continuing to work on their investigation into a crash that happened Monday night on Route 1 in Lewis. It involved a motorcycle and a pickup truck, and on your screen you can see the big police response that shut down part of Coastal Highway for about 3 hours. According to Delaware State Police, that crash happened around 6 p.m. when a motorcycle traveling north on Coastal Highway collided with a pickup truck that was turning onto Bay Crossing Boulevard. Troopers say the rider was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. That road reopened around 9 p.m.
Getting a live look now on this early Tuesday morning of the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. And in just a few hours, confirmation hearings will begin inside that building for one of President-elect Trump's key appointments. It's his pick to head the Department of Defense, Pete Hegseth. He will be on the hot seat. As
NBC's Chris Pallone shows us, it comes at a time when President Biden tries to defend some of his own administration's controversial decisions.
In the newly released report, Special Counsel Jack Smith defends his decision to bring federal charges against President-elect Donald Trump after his supporters stormed the Capitol in an attempt to overturn the 2020 election. Smith says Trump inspired his supporters to commit violence and that he knowingly spread an objectively false narrative about election fraud. The Justice Department dropped the case against Trump when he won the 2024 election. In a late-night social media post, he wrote that Smith was unable to successfully prosecute the political opponent of his boss, crooked Joe Biden. The report's release comes as preparations for Trump's second inauguration are well underway, and Senate confirmation hearings begin for his cabinet nominees. Democrats already gearing up for a fight.
Nominees should expect tough, candid, but fair questioning.
First up, military veteran and former Fox News host Pete Hegseth, picked to lead the Defense Department, who has repeatedly denied allegations of financial and sexual misconduct and alcohol abuse. Three sources tell NBC News Hegseth's FBI background check does not include interviews with any of his former wives, nor the woman who accused him of sexual assault in 2017. The prosecutor did not file charges in that case.
There is already more than enough in the public record to say that Peter Hegseth is totally unqualified and unprepared.
Monday, Republicans and veterans rallied behind him.
Pete is somebody that believes in this country.
Hearings Wednesday will feature Mr. Trump's picks to lead the State Department, Senator Marco Rubio, and the Justice Department, former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.
On Monday, federal prosecutor David Weiss released the final report on Hunter Biden. Weiss was the special counsel who charged Hunter Biden with gun and tax crimes before President Joe Biden pardoned his son. Now, there really wasn't anything new in the report, but it did include criticism of President Biden, who described the prosecution of his son as a miscarriage of justice. The release report said, quote, other presidents have pardoned family members, but none in doing so have taken the occasion as an opportunity to malign the public servants at the Department of Justice based solely on false accusations, end quote.
New this morning, in just a few hours from now, the 153rd Delaware General Assembly will be holding its first session at Legislative Hall in Dover. Democrats control both houses, a 13-seat majority in the House, an 8-seat majority in the Senate, with one vacancy. Former State Senator Sarah McBride, now a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. The House will swear in new Speaker Melissa Minor Brown. The Democrats represent the Dover area in District 17.
Developing news in Milford overnight, the City Council in a 6-2 vote ruled not to allow the sale of recreational marijuana. This is a bit of a surprising move after it appeared Milford was heading towards making those types of businesses legal. This all came about after a number of people spoke against recreational marijuana sales at the council meeting. It's a decision that comes after the council held workshops and meetings leading up to the vote. Medical sale of weed still allowed in the city, and we'll have reaction on this vote later on Coast TV News Today. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll, and we want to know what restriction is most important for marijuana businesses. So let's take a look at the updated results.
So far, 61% of you have said school buffers, 27% of you neighborhood distance, and a couple of you chiming in with store hours and compassion centers. All of these have been big talkers, so go ahead and vote if you haven't yet. Go to coasttv.com or vote on our app. You can do that right now because we'll be right back on this edition of Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, Paige, coming up on Coast TV News Today, bird flu fallout, the actions taken for Delaware Agricultural Week over concerns about the disease.
Also, Police Project is moving forward after approval. We're looking at the next steps in getting a new facility built in Georgetown.
And short-term stay shakeup. We look at the rental policy that is being debated today in Ocean City. Coast TV News Today is back after this.
Design a custom home that fits your unique style and budget with Accessible Home Builders. At Accessible, we provide you with a variety of customizable options to create the home of your dreams.
Accessible Builders provided us with a beautiful home.
Scott is full of ideas from his past experiences, and he really worked with us on all our custom asks and wants.
We would definitely recommend Accessible Builders.
Completely customize your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Welcome to Kelly's Outdoors, your local outdoor superstore in Millsboro. We carry everything you need this hunting season, from waterfowling gear to deer hunting essentials, bows, tree stands, ammo, and apparel from brands like Drake and Nomad. We also have a wide selection of saltwater and freshwater fishing gear and crabbing supplies for your next day on the water. Kelly's Outdoors now has a wide supply of guns, pistols, and rifles from Rattay, Browning, Winchester, Savage, Beretta, Sig, Springfield, and Smith & Wesson. Before your next outdoor adventure, visit Kelly's Outdoors in Millsboro today.
On August 1st of 1924, my great-grandfather, Samuel E. Shockley, met in Willards with a small group of men to determine the advisability of opening a bank in Willards, Maryland.
Put yourself in their shoes. A train comes through town, there's horses and buggies, and the only way that they could allocate capital through this area of Wycomico County was to build a bank. It's an audacious goal.
They wanted to build a bank that could be used by the common man. So they met in the summer of 1924, and then by January they were ready to open the doors of the bank.
It's really rewarding to hear the stories of a customer who comes in and says, you know, your grandfather gave me my first loan.
Banking will always be about people. It will not be about machines, computers, cell phones. So as we move forward into the future of the Farmers Bank of Willards, we always have to remember that people come first.
Coming up on 612 on this Tuesday morning, our Bay Health cam and over showing good road conditions, and a lot of that snowpack, well, that melted yesterday with temperatures in the 40s. Not going to see that today. We're looking at 20s and low 30s out there right now, and temperatures not rising very much from what we're seeing at the present time as the winds are picking up from the north and west, and they're gusting up to 20 miles per hour at times, and that's knocking the feels like temperature down into the low 20s, even some teens, and that's where we'll be really much of the day. As the skies are clear, beautiful full moon setting in the west. We have an Arctic front that is moving through, so it's just going to be cold and sunny as we go through the day. So if you're headed to your favorite coffee shop this morning, I go extra large. It's going to be cold and windy, 31, and with the wind feeling like teens in 20. So stay in the sunshine and out of the wind if you can.
Happening today, changes to short-term rentals in Ocean City look to move forward. That's for things like Airbnbs. And this afternoon, Mayor Rick Meehan and the Town Council are expected to debate some key parts of the proposed policy, most notably the length of stay and the number of people allowed to be staying in one of the rentals. With short-term rentals becoming more common in the town, the council's adding some regulations to rentals in residential areas. Now again, this is in the proposal stage. The first and second readings are required before it becomes official.
Lewis City Council has passed an ordinance to install no parking, standing, or stopping signs and also paint yellow curbs along both sides of Savannah Road to Drake Knoll Road. The city cites bike safety as a big concern. Officials plan to review the impact of the changes with DelDOT in 6 months, and there's already been temporary no parking signs for the past few weeks.
President Joe Biden's final week of office, and one last thing he's done to put restrictions on the export of U.S.-developed computer chips that power AI systems. The Global Export Framework announced Monday an effort to keep the advanced technology out of the hands of our adversaries. This would create 3 tiers for exports of advanced AI chips and technology. There are no new restrictions for partner countries and allies like Australia, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. Analysts have said the change is intended to prevent China from getting AI chips through third countries, particularly in the Middle East.
Kohl's considering closing 27 stores across more than a dozen states as it looks to improve profitability. These closures are expected to be completed by April. They're a small fraction of the struggling retailers' more than 1,100 stores, and they were listed as underperforming. Now, the move is one of the last decisions made by outgoing CEO Tom Kingsbury, who is stepping down on Wednesday.
Still coming up this morning, a building can begin the action in Georgetown that clears the way for new facilities that'll house police and public works departments.
The Irish Eyes cam and Lou showing clear skies, cold conditions, and the sky lit up from that brilliant full moon. The Arctic air continues to move back into Delmarva. It's back for a few more days. Feels like temperatures in the single digits at times. A few snow showers possible this evening. Otherwise, a quiet week ahead with no big storms. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Now is the perfect time to feed suet to your birds to add fat so that it'll help them get through the cold winter nights. My Backyard carries all the products you need to keep your feathered friends healthy and safe. We also have a huge selection of quality hand-picked birdhouses, baths, seeds, unique gifts and decor for expert and novice bird lovers alike. So come on in, I'd love to answer your questions so that you can have the best birding experience ever. See you at My Backyard in Ocean Pines, where it's all about the birds and more.
Mark your calendars for the Children's Beach House Gala presented by Jack Wingo Realtors and Jack Wingo Asset Management on February 8 in Dewey Beach. This black tie evening features an open bar, auctions, dinner, and a performance by Kristen and the Noise. Your support helps empower children with special needs to build confidence, develop leadership skills, and thrive in a caring community. For more info, visit cbhinc.org/gala or call 302-841-9639. Sponsored by CoastTV.
Start the new year off generously by giving to those in need on Delmarva. Coast Country Cares is hosting a Code Purple Drive on Saturday, January 18th at Boulevard Ford in Lewis. Stop by from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to donate non-perishable food items, warm clothing, cleaning supplies, and more for shelters and those who need it most this winter. For a complete list of items for January 18th, go to coastcountry.com. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here. Ring in 2025 with a new roof from Spicer Brothers. Right now, get 20% off materials, plus save 25% on your entire roofing project. Our expert team is dedicated to providing unmatched customer service and quality craftsmanship. It's the perfect time to upgrade your home and start the year strong. So don't miss out on the 2025 savings with 20% off materials and 25% off your entire roofing project. Visit SpicerBros.com or call now to schedule your free consultation. Make Spicer Brothers your New Year's resolution because you deserve the best.
Time is 6:17, and you are looking live at a snow-covered boardwalk in Rehoboth Beach for walkers and joggers, Bob, of which I'm neither. The side streets there are likely your best options today.
Yeah, or put on some snowshoes. Get out there and on the boardwalk and the side streets. It still is a little treacherous out there. Make sure you're careful. Now, we did lose a lot of the snowpack yesterday with temperatures in the 40s, but, well, that snowpack melting is going to slow down as it's going to get cold. 45 the average high, only 31 today, 32 on Wednesday, 34 on Thursday. And then that Arctic air mass does moderate a bit as we go into Friday, 41 degrees there. And then by Saturday up to 47. But it's cold out the door this morning into the 20s and low 30s, 31 in Rehoboth and Bethany Beach, 33 in Ocean City, 31 in Redden, 29 in Delmar. And the wind's picking up. It's getting breezy around 5 to 15 miles per hour and gusts now to 24 at Indian River Inlet, Redden up to 20. So that's knocking the feels like temperature down into the low 20s for a lot of places. So that's going to be the case really much of the day. As we're looking at clear skies, beautiful full moon, that wolf moon setting in the western sky as this Arctic air mass continues to pour in. We had a front move through a little bit earlier on, and that has opened the floodgates to the Arctic air. And there's actually a little disturbance in this flow back through Illinois, a little clipper system. That could bring a little snow shower for this evening. Otherwise, it's just more Arctic air pouring in from Canada into the U.S. and then eventually into the East Coast. It's been a cold winter. It looks like that cold continues really much of the rest of January. Here's Futurecast at 7:30. We're into the mid-20s, and then you see the arrows changing color, indicating those winds picking up. And by 3 o'clock, we're looking at around 32 in Millsboro, 31 in Georgetown, 32 in Selbyville. So we'll be melting some of that snow in the direct sunlight, and a lot of places not getting above freezing, and anything that melts will refreeze again this evening. So watch your step on the sidewalks and on the roads. Refreeze as temperatures fall into the 20s. We will see it cloud up a little bit this evening, and a little disturbance could bring a brief shot of snow showers later this evening as another push of Arctic air moves in. We'll start to clear it out, and by Wednesday morning, we're seeing temperatures in the low 20s and only rising into the low 30s with windy conditions. At least it will be sunny as we go into into your Wednesday. Those winds gusting in excess of 25 miles per hour, times driving down those wind chills, and then those winds get strong again overnight, 25 to 30 miles per hour, and pretty persistently breezy as we go into your Wednesday, as we're looking at feels like temperatures into the teens into the afternoon hours. Then as we go through the overnight, feeling like single digits above zero as we go into Wednesday morning, teens into the afternoon hours Wednesday, and then by Thursday morning, single digits. It does improve a little bit as we go into your Thursday. Do want to head into the weekend as it will warm up and we'll see a rain chance on your Saturday. Does not look like a significant system, but then a front on Sunday could bring some rain, and that could end as a little bit of snow as we go into Monday. Right now, not looking like a big system, but we do know next week is going to be cold, maybe the coldest air mass of the season at that time. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 31 today, mostly sunny skies, into the teens the next couple of mornings. Wednesday 32, 34 Thursday, 41 Friday, and then 40s for the weekend with rain chances Saturday and Sunday, maybe ending as a little bit of snow, otherwise colder and drier heading into Monday and a high of 34.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. It's been a week since the massive snowstorm came across Delmarva. Rehoboth Beach is sharing some stats on their cleanup efforts from the public works staff. They say the city has 96,000 pounds of salt used, along with 7 snowplows to help clear the streets.
It has now been approved. Georgetown is going to be getting a new police department and public works building on Monday night. In a 4-0 vote, the town council moved forward with a resolution that would allow them to borrow up to $18 million for the project. They also agreed to buy over 2.5 acres of Sussex County tax parcel, which will be used to build the new facility. It's going to be located across the street from Del Tech. Mayor Bill West is touting it as a big win for the community.
I want to thank the citizens of this town very much for this. This is something that's desperately needed, and it's going to help us with recruiting. It's going to help us with individuals feeling better about a place they've got to go to work.
Happening tonight, it's the latest in the effort of Ocean City officials to tackle pedestrian and cyclist safety. The Maryland State Highway Administration is holding a workshop on the issue, specifically about safety improvements on Coastal Highway between 15th and 67th Streets. At the meeting in the Convention Center, you can also hear about the project and give your feedback there in Ocean City.
Still ahead, poultry precautions, the moves being made for Delaware Agricultural Week in response to the bird flu. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Do you love to knit, weave, or crochet? Then come to the Delmarva Wool and Fiber Expo, January 17th through the 19th at the Ocean City Convention Center. Dozens of artisans will be there with a wide variety of natural yarns, knitting supplies, and finished items.
Warm spring days are right around the corner, and Tyndall's has everything you need to create your own outdoor getaway. Browse the latest in outdoor furniture styles arriving now. Planning an outdoor oasis? Visit our showrooms in Laurel and Lewis to custom order for spring and summer arrival. Shop the best manufacturers like Polywood, Casual Comfort, and Telescope, all proudly made in the USA. In-stock furniture is on sale now. We can hold it until spring or take advantage of our white glove delivery service. Tyndall's Casual Furniture, Delmarva's outdoor furniture experts.
Coming up, Chef Jamie Oliver cooks up a game-changing secret sauce.
It's delicious.
And reveals a genius hack.
And then when it freezes, then I put it in the other shelves like a little library of different meals.
Tuesday at noon on Coast TV.
New this morning, Christmas tree disposal taking place in Dewey Beach. The town says the trees should be placed outside in the right-of-way in the early morning hours of today, which sounds about right, like right now. Casilla Waste Systems is collecting the trees.
Farmers across the first state are kicking off Delaware Agriculture Week. But this year, the event's missing a key component. It's poultry sessions. They've been canceled due to concerns over the bird flu. With recent cases on Delmarva, organizers are prioritizing safety by implementing strict biosecurity measures, including foot baths and disinfecting clothes and shoes. The precautions aim to protect the poultry industry, the state's food supply, and the livelihoods of those who depend on agriculture.
We just felt that it was important to protect our producers. All of our industry, all of agriculture is entwined in the poultry industry in and on Delmarva and in Delaware.
Ag Week runs until Thursday, offering many other sessions and educational programs for the farming industry. It's all happening in Harrington.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey, he's happening now. A day that will be a struggle, Bob, to get above the freezing mark.
It will be, but at least we'll see full sunshine. So stay in the sun and out of the wind, and that's half the battle for sure. Here's the beach forecast. Chincoteague and Assateague starting out in the upper 20s, getting close to the freezing mark. Lots of sun, but it'll be breezy, and we're looking at a small craft advisory turning into a gale warning this evening for those gusty winds. Fenwick Island and Ocean City getting close to the freezing mark this afternoon with sunshine. Waves around 3 to 5 feet. On the Bayside, your waves 1 to 2 feet, and the next 3 days cold for Cambridge. Temperature starting in the low 30s, mid 30s by Thursday. See the wind icons in Crisville. Windy and cold for you, highs in the 30s, but feeling like teens and 20s, single digits in the morning. It does warm up into the weekend with a chance of some rain showers, maybe a little bit of snow by late Sunday and Monday. More in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Also still ahead, coastal highway collision, what we know about the injuries from a big crash that closed part of Route 1 in Lewis.
Session starts today. We look at the makeup of the new Delaware General Assembly and what to expect in the upcoming months.
And waiting for trash pickup been a growing concern in many communities in the wake of last week's snowstorm. What people in Milton are being told as their amount of garbage grows. CoastTV will be back in a moment.
Letting loose, baby! Mammogram time.
We don't want patients coming in here telling us what they want and how they want it. It's not some Quiznos.
St. Dennis Medical returns tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Every person
On Deal or No Deal Island
is motivated purely by
money, money, money.
Everyone's gonna lie.
You're gonna be safe.
Deceive, that's how you win.
I like it. Deal or No Deal Island, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
No strangers here, just friends you haven't met yet. With comfortable outdoor seating and an authentic Irish bar, Irish Eyes in Milton is a local favorite by the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes in Lewis with ample free parking, a gorgeous waterfront patio, extensive menu favorites, and the best happy hour on the water. Book our Lewis room for all of life's celebrations. With a lovely panoramic view, in-house chef, and a professional team to make your next event one to remember. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
Do you feel like good customer service is a thing of the past? Achieving a top-notch lawn and healthy plants can be stress-free when it's with a company you can trust. I'm Richie with AC Plant and Turf, where we make it easy. When you call us, you'll speak directly to someone who cares about your needs. Timely service is our priority. Our experienced team is committed to resolving your questions or concerns quickly. Experience the simplicity and convenience of our service. Don't wait. Take the first step towards a beautiful lawn and landscape and call AC Plant and Turf today.
Design a custom home that fits your unique style and budget with Accessible Home Builders. At Accessible, we provide you with a variety of customizable options to create the home of your dreams.
Accessible Builders provided us with a beautiful home.
Scott is full of ideas from his past experiences, and he really worked with us on all our custom asks and wants.
We would definitely recommend Accessible Builders.
Completely customize your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Now on CoastTV News.
It's back to the cold and breezy weather the next few days as an Arctic front is moving through Delmarva this morning. A few snow showers are possible tonight, otherwise no big storms expected this week. Details coming up.
Milton's trash problem will show you the scene around town as pickup was delayed due to last week's severe weather.
Weeds been whacked. What led to the Milford Council vote to ban recreational marijuana sales in the city?
Lawmakers assemble. We look at what could be the first pieces of legislation coming out of the Delaware State Capitol as it begins its new session today.
This is CoastTV News Today.
January 14th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, we're approaching 6:30 on this cold Tuesday morning. Paige, I feel like there's only so many ways we can say, hey, it's cold out there.
Yeah, running out of ways to say it. So we're just going to bring in Bob. He's going to explain it better than we can. So, Bob, we were just looking at a cold winter day. Shouldn't be too much of a surprise.
Well, this isn't our first rodeo. We've seen this cold and snow already. It just continues. It's a cold January. We're looking at temperatures out the door in the 20s and low 30s. Watch out for slick spots. We still have that refreeze from yesterday's mini meltdown with temperatures in the 40s. But right now, lower 30s at the coast and 20s and low 30s inland. The winds are beginning to pick up out of the northwest, around 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting over 20 at times. And that's sending those feels-like temperatures down into the 20s. Low 20s, even feeling like 19 in Salisbury. So it's going to be a windy and cold day, but it will be a sunny day as we are looking at clear skies. That Arctic front has moved offshore and a beautiful full moon setting in the western sky. Go ahead and take a look at that. The beautiful full wolf moon. Otherwise, we're looking at clear skies this morning. 7:30 on Futurecast. We're in the mid 20s. You see the clock moving, but you don't see the temperatures moving much by noon. Upper 20s to around 30. It will be sunny, but breezy and cold by 2:30, right around 32 for some of us, but a lot of us not even getting to the freezing or melting mark. And then anything that melts today, watch it, will refreeze. Could get slippery this evening. So runners could be slippery for you as well on the sidewalks, on the roads as well. Watch your step. Slick spots, otherwise temperatures staying below freezing with sunshine, breezy conditions. Make sure you bundle up with those feels like temperatures in the teens and 20s.
All right, Bob, thank you. Now, as a result of last week's snowstorm, garbage pickup in different communities, including Milton, were delayed due to the weather and road conditions.
And CoastTV News reporter Lisa Weber is live in Milton. Lisa, trash cans throughout the town are overflowing.
Good morning, Matt and Paige. Yes, due to last week's severe weather, trash pickup was delayed throughout the entire town of Milton. And now as the snow slowly starts to melt, and I say slowly because as we can see, there's some piles that still don't look like they're going anywhere. People in Milton told CoastTV they're excited to see these full trash cans hopefully get emptied soon. And this was the scene throughout the entire town of Milton as that normal trash service on Wednesday and Thursday was delayed due to the conditions out on the roads. And with winds picking up, trash can easily blow out of the cans. We spoke with people in Cannery Village who say pickup is supposed to resume today and the second pickup could happen later this week, and they're more than ready.
Well, for us, it's been a minor inconvenience, but I think we have to get used to these drastic weather conditions as climates change and deal with them.
All right, thank you, Elisa Weber in Milton. And we're continuing now to work to gather more information about a serious crash that happened last night. It was on Route 1 in Lewis. It involved a motorcycle and a pickup truck. On your screen now, you can see some of the response by state police and other responders. This shut down part of Coastal Highway for about 3 hours. According to Delaware State Police, the crash happened around 6 p.m. That's when a motorcycle traveling north on Coastal Highway collided with a pickup truck turning onto Bay Crossing Boulevard. Troopers say the rider was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The road reopened around 9 p.m.
Overnight in Milford, we have some developing news when it comes to legalized marijuana. The City Council has voted to ban the sale of it for recreational use.
Yes, CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us it's been a big issue with mixed opinions.
If you want to buy recreational marijuana, you are not going to be able to do it in Milford.
This ordinance would prohibit retail marijuana sales altogether within the municipality.
That was the decision made by City Council Monday night.
I just love this council because they take their time to go out and meet the people in the community to get their opinions, and they don't just put their own opinion above all else.
While medical centers still have the okay, recreational marijuana is a no-go after a 6-2 vote that effectively bans the sale of the drug, and of course, reactions are mixed.
The people want it, so let them have it.
If you're going to sell it here, people are going to come.
Laura Petrano lives in Milford and is worried that people would travel to the city just for the pot shops.
They're going to come to buy it. Maybe they'll smoke it here. Maybe they'll go on their way. You know what? There's a lot of places they can go elsewhere. Let them go elsewhere to buy it. They don't have to come here.
Michael Triboletti lives in Milford and thinks these shops should be as common as stores that sell alcohol.
The alcohol, I mean, it's a controlled substance. Alcohol is a controlled substance. Put the same rules in place that are for alcohol as for THC.
While it is a decision that took some time to reach, Monday's meeting was a milestone for both the City Council and those who regularly attended the workshops and meetings.
Monday's meeting ended with claps and cheers from those who voted no to the sale of recreational marijuana. And after all this time, today is a pretty big day. In Milford, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
New this morning, investigators with multiple agencies, including the ATF, are meticulously searching for the possible cause of those deadly fires that broke out last week across the Los Angeles region. Now, sources tell NBC News that potential lines of inquiry involve fireworks or unauthorized people camping in an area, which is parkland frequented by hikers. Officials are also trying to determine the cause of a previous Palisades fire that was just a few days after New Year's Day. It burned at least 9 acres before firefighters were able to put it out.
New this morning, with less than a week to go before Inauguration Day, sources confirmed Vice President Kamala Harris has not extended a formal invitation to Vice President-elect J.D. Vance to meet with her at the VP's residence. But the sources do say the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, and Mrs. Vance spoke over the phone at length last week. Happening today as well, the 153rd Delaware General Assembly will be holding its first session at Legislative Hall in Dover. Democrats control both houses with a 13-seat majority in House, 8-seat majority in the Senate with one vacancy. Former State Senator Sarah McBride, now a member of the U.S. House of Representatives.
And here are a few of the potential bills that we are tracking when this session is up and running. Legalizing physician-assisted suicide, using taxpayer money for resource officers at all public schools, and making it possible for home delivery of wine. Now, 1 week from today, Governor-elect Matt Meyer will be inaugurated. Still got a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, Surf Bagel was smashed. What determined was the cause of a crash that crashed into that Lewis restaurant.
Also, Sussex Central snaps losing streak. How the win on Monday over Laurel. That's just the start of a busy week for that girls' basketball team.
And rental rules review, the debate taking place in Ocean City over the length of a vacation stay and the number of people allowed in a rental home. Stick with us on CoastTV News today.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead and Dallas Federico.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid Toilet Bowl Cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
I like going to the events that are actually set up through the station that we have a connection to, a lot of the fundraising events. It's a good opportunity for me to see the good works going on in the community and also interact with the people. When you're out and about, people are so friendly to come up to you and say hi, and that they watch, and very appreciative of that. It's good that you feel like you're making an impact out there.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
Coming up, Chef Jamie Oliver cooks up a game-changing secret sauce.
It's delicious.
And reveals a genius hack.
And then when it freezes, then I put it in the other shelves like a little library of different meals.
Tuesday at noon on Coast TV.
6:39 on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam, sun is rising, 29 in Laurel. The winds are picking up. It will be a sunny but a cold day. Right now, temperatures are in the 20s and low 30s. Really not moving much from this position much of the day, rising a couple of degrees as the winds are coming out of the northwest and they're beginning to pick up now around 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting close to 30 Indian River Inlet, over 20 inland areas. So that's driving that wind chill down lower and lower into the lower 20s, even teens in Salisbury right now. So bundle up, but at least we will see the sunshine as that Arctic front moves through. But it's going to be a cold and windy and sunny day for Delmarva. Drivecast, watch out for some slippery spots again. This morning I gave it the yellow light there, and the yellow light for anything that melts this afternoon, becoming slippery and frozen as the sun goes down. Umbrella winner today is Ronnie Silverstein. Congratulations to Ronnie from Bethany, and her umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Happening today, Ocean City officials are looking to wrap up their new policy on short-term rentals before it moves to the first and second reading stage. That would make then these changes official. It's for businesses like Airbnbs. Currently, the amount of people allowed in these areas is determined by the square footage of each bedroom, but that would no longer be the case. One rental owner Coast TV spoke with says that this would give hotels an advantage.
Hotel rooms could have a 300 square foot amount of space for the entire place, and they can sleep 6 people there. But if you go to a single family house, where some of the houses that we manage, bedrooms can be in excess of 200, even 300 square feet in size, and that bedroom can only accommodate 2 people.
If the new rule passes, rental homes can only have 2 people per bedroom, no matter the size of the room. That excludes children 10 and under.
Rehoboth Beach says it is helping Lewis and Sussex County with wastewater needs. Officials with the city say this partnership would offer a regional solution for wastewater management. It allows the county and Lewis to use up to 5 million gallons per day of capacity in Rehoboth's wastewater outfall.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
There will be no rematch of 2018 for Eagles fans. The Los Angeles Rams beat the Vikings to set up a divisional round date with Philadelphia. This does mean a rematch of the Saquon Barkley show from back in November, when the Eagles running back set a franchise record with 255 yards on the ground. Philly topped LA in that game 37-20. And now faces the Rams again for a shot at the franchise's second NFC title trip in 3 years. All time, the Rams are 2-1 against Philly in the postseason, but the last meeting was all the way back in 2002. Eagles-Rams is set for 3 p.m. this Sunday on Coast TV. And moving to the first state, congratulations to the Sussex Central girls basketball squad. The Golden Knights picked up their first win of the season, knocking off 4-3 Laurel by a score of 52-43. Central plays at Milford coming up tonight at 5 p.m. Over in Camden, we have got to show you this shot by Appoquinimic's Riley Busby. End of the third quarter. A half-court shot banks in. He had the hot hand all night, leading Appo to a 63-44 final. The Jaguars are now 6-2 on the season. And tonight at 6 p.m., we'll have the Y-High girls taking on Parkside. The Tribe are undefeated to start the year and swept the season series from the Rams last year, but Parkside is 4-1 this season. Tip-off at 6. Our coverage begins at 5:55. That's it for sports.
All right, as Tim just mentioned, tonight on DSN at 6, it is that city matchup between Y-High and Parkside. At 10:30, we have the final score. And then on the DSN Plus app, you do get that Y-High Parkside game, along with your DSN Plus exclusives. Starting at 3:30, Polytech at Caesar Rodney in Unified Basketball. There's more Unified Basketball when Cape hosts Dover. At 5, Bayside Girls Basketball between North Dorchester and Colonel Richardson. At 6, it's boys hoop in the EASIAC when Salisbury Christian visits Salisbury School.
We have sunrise in about 35 minutes or so, 7:17, and a beautiful start to the day on the Boardwalk Plaza Camera Rehoboth, 30 degrees. Oh, we got somebody running on the beach out there. It's cold. Bundle up. We're looking at the Arctic air moving back into Delmarva. It feels like temperatures in the single digits at times the next few days. A few snow showers possible this evening. Otherwise, a quiet week ahead with no big storms. Your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Brush Factory. explore our over 60 local merchants and artists all together under one roof. You just never know what you'll find at the Brush Factory on Kings. Thank you for supporting our local family of merchants.
We couldn't do it without you.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable. Totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love. Totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Time is now 6:46. We're going to take a live look right now at Laurel, see what's going on there. Whoa, a big dome sunrise looking like there, Bob. Look at that. Okay.
Wow,
you needed that.
Sun coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, look good there, Laurel.
No, we are looking at sunrise page at about 7:17. Beautiful start today. We had a beautiful full wolf moon last night and a lot of sunshine as we go through the day. Unfortunately, we're not going to melt the snow like we did yesterday with highs in the 40s we had yesterday, upper 40s. Now, average high is 45. The Arctic air is building back in. 31 today, 32 Wednesday, 34 Thursday. So these are the 3 cold days. And then it does start to modify a little bit, that Arctic air mass on Friday, 41, and then 47 as we move into your Saturday. It looks like a better chance of rain heading into the weekend. 32 in Ocean City now, 31 in Bethany, and 30 in Rehoboth, with mid to upper 20s to close to 30 inland areas. And those winds are picking up now. Sustained winds around 5, 15, even over 20 miles per hour at some places along the coast, gusting to 30 at Indian River Inlet right now. So those winds revving up. That means lower feels like temperatures into the lower 20s, even some teens for some of us. So you definitely want to bundle up out the door, as we are looking at clear skies out there right now. And we had an Arctic front, another push of cold air moving through earlier on. So now we're back into that strong northwest flow once again. That will continue to funnel in that Arctic air. A little bit of lake effect snow showers across the lee of the lakes. There's another little disturbance, a little clipper-like system moving through Illinois right now. And that could give us a brief snow shower this evening. And then behind it, ooh, it's another shot of Arctic air. It's just one wave after another of this Arctic air, and really much of January is looking cold. We've got a few warm-ups in between these cold air masses, but it's going to be cold the rest of the month. And it's cold this morning, mid-20s out the door. Here's 8:30. We are well below freezing. At least it's sunny. And by noon, still in the 20s to lower 30s. You see the multicolor arrows indicating those strong winds driving down those wind chills. Temperatures approaching the freezing mark in a lot of places, maybe Millsboro and Selbyville, but places like Seaford, Georgetown, Longneck may not even get to the freezing mark. Remember, anything that melts during the course of the afternoon and evening will refreeze quickly this evening. Once the sun goes down, temperatures falling into the 20s. So watch it on those sidewalks and side roads. It will be slippery. Clouds increase this evening. There will be a little disturbance coming through. Could give us a little shot of snow showers, maybe a little coating of snow. Still cloudy at midnight, and then it clears out, and then it's even colder behind that disturbance. By morning, we're in the teens and low 20s. 20s. Another windy, cold day on your Wednesday with temperatures only into the low 30s as we head into the mid-afternoon hours and feeling much colder with that persistent wind. That wind ramps up maybe up to 30 miles per hour at the coast today and 20s inland. And then the breezes pick up again tonight, 25 to 30 miles per hour. And that's pretty much the case as we go into your Wednesday as that cold air continues to move in. Feels like temperatures this afternoon into the teens and low 20s. And then as we go into Wednesday morning, boy, it's going to be cold, feeling like single digits above zero, teens in the afternoon. And then by Thursday morning, feeling like single digits above zero once again. For the weekend, it warms up, maybe some rain chances on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're watching this with a cold front. Some rain could end as a little bit of snow into Monday. And after that, maybe the coldest air mass of the season as we go into next week. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. It's cold. Lower 30s Tuesday through Thursday. Overnight lows in the teens Wednesday and Thursday morning. By Friday, sunshine 41, 47 by Saturday with rain. Rain showers Sunday. Could end as a little bit of snow into Monday. We'll continue to watch that system. And then just colder on Monday, 34, and then much colder after that.
Thank you, Bob. Check this out here. We got a wild scene that occurred in Lewis on Monday. A car crashed into Surf Bagel. This was around 12:30 p.m. Delaware State Police say an 81-year-old Lewis woman was driving the car, and apparently when she was trying to park it, that's when she hit the gas instead of the brake. Good news here, no one was hurt.
Today in Ocean City, the latest effort by officials in the town to tackle pedestrian and cyclist safety. That's taking place tonight. The Maryland State Highway Administration is holding a workshop on the issue, specifically about safety improvements on Coastal Highway between 15th and 67th Streets. At the meeting in the Convention Center, you'll hear about the project and you can give your feedback. It's now 6:50 this morning, and it's time to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day.
And today's Coastal Pet of the Day is Covey. Looks like this pup had some fun with the snow we got. Sophia in Ocean View sent us this fun photo, and I think there's some snow on that pup's nose.
Yeah, there is. We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us all about your pet.
You can scan the QR code at the top there. That way you can get your friends, furry or otherwise, to us here at Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
That is cute. My Goldens always love the snow on the nose look to take a cute picture of them. They do love the snow, don't they? Here's our Irish Azcam 29 in Lewis. Still some snow. A lot of that melted yesterday, but not so the next few days with Arctic air. Feels like temperatures in the single digits at times. A few snow showers possible this evening, otherwise a quiet week ahead. And some rain, possibly a little bit of snow towards the end of the weekend. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit monkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Camp Rehoboth Chorus celebrates their 15th season, performing on Broadway on Valentine's Day weekend. Featuring the best of Broadway show tunes and musicals, this concert features hits from Mamma Mia, Hair, Jersey Boys, and Hello, Dolly. Performances are February 14th and 15th at 7 p.m. and Sunday matinee on February 16th at 3 p.m. at Epworth United Methodist Church in Rehoboth Beach. Tickets are $30 and $15 for students. Available at camprehoboth.org. Sponsored by Coast TV.
The Polar Bear Plunge, benefiting Special Olympics Delaware, is one of the first state's coldest and most beloved traditions. This year, you have 2 exciting ways to take part. Plunge in person in Rehoboth Beach on Sunday, February 2nd, or create your own virtual plunge. Anytime, anywhere, and as cold or not as you want. It's not about how you plunge, it's about why. Support thousands of Special Olympics Delaware athletes. Register now at plungede.org.
When the temperature drops and the days get shorter, the energy ignites inside. This winter, the Delmarva Sports Network takes you into the thrilling world of high school wrestling. Watch the Peninsula's best athletes battle on the mats, from takedowns to game-winning pins. Download the DSN app now and never miss a moment. This winter, it's all about high school wrestling, only on DSN and DSN Plus.
It's now 6:54. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. On Monday, federal prosecutor David Weiss released the final report on Hunter Biden. Weiss was the special counsel who charged Hunter with gun and tax crimes before President Biden pardoned his son. The report included some criticism of the president, describing the prosecution of his son as a miscarriage of justice.
Investigators with several agencies, including the ATF, are searching for the possible cause of those deadly fires that broke out last week across the Los Angeles region. Sources tell NBC News that potential lines of inquiry involve fireworks or unauthorized individuals camping in the area, which is parkland, which is also frequented by hikers.
Farmers across the first state are kicking off Delaware Agriculture Week. The event, though, this year missing a key component, and that's the poultry sessions. They've been canceled due to the concern over the bird flu. Recent cases on Delmarva, and now organizers are prioritizing safety by implementing strict biosecurity measures, including foot baths and disinfecting clothes and shoes.
Well, we've been talking about it for a while, but now we know Georgetown is going to be getting a new police department and public works building on Monday night. In a 4-0 vote, the town council moved forward with a resolution that will allow them to borrow up to $18 million for the project. They also agreed to buy over 2.5 acres of a Sussex County tax parcel, which will be used to build the new facility.
A baby gorilla was found in a box in the cargo hold of a Turkish Airlines flight from Nigeria to Thailand last month.
Yeah, he's been named Zeytin, which means love in Turkish.
Okay, he's now recovering at a zoo in Istanbul, and Zeytin's caretakers say he's growing well and is in good health.
Yeah, look at him there. All right, well, the zookeepers say he was very timid at first, but now he is playing, and by looks of their page, he seems very happy.
Where's his mom? That's what I'm concerned about.
That is the question.
Interesting. Well, hope she's okay. All right, 6:56 now. Time for a look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Yeah, one final check with First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy. You know, Bob, as a kid, I always like checking out the ice on these cold days on a pond or a lake. There's some caution that should go with that, though.
Yeah, I've fallen through the ice a few times as a kid. I remember that the salty water freezes slower than fresh water. Fresh water freezes much quicker than salt water or brackish water. So really be careful on the ice. If you hear weird creaking noises, make sure you head to shore. That means the ice may not be that stable. We're looking at temperatures in the 20s today and low 30s, so that will support the ice, with the wind feeling like teens at times. A high around freezing, but with the wind feeling like 20s, and then by tomorrow morning feeling like single digits. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, cold the next 3 days. Highs really not getting above freezing, lows at night into the teens. So looks like those ponds and lakes will continue to freeze. And we're looking at Friday, sunshine 41, 40s for the weekend. Showers Saturday, showers on Sunday, maybe ending as a little bit of snow, and then really cold. The coldest air mass of the season next week. Highs only in the 20s Tuesday and Wednesday, a low of 12 Wednesday morning, as this very cold January and winter continues with really no end in sight.
Alrighty, Bob, thank you so much, and thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
And of course, we'll be back with Coast TV News midday at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, go ahead, grab your phone, download those Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Tuesday morning, everybody.